Thank you very much indeed for watching. This is exclusive content from the World Retail Congress 2017 here in Dubai, where I caught up with Julie Bowerman. Let's hear what Julie has to say. Well, thanks very much indeed for joining us.
My pleasure.
Consumers, they're changing fast. Mm-hmm. What impact's that having with you, and how are you coping with the rapid pace of that at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, it's about being consumer-centric. Historically, when you're a brand-driven company and you have the strength of brands that we have in our portfolio, it's a shift to think of consumer first and then align your brands and portfolio to whatever the needs or the occasions are of the consumer. But we recognize kind of we're at that important inflection where we do just that, right? And we think consumer or shopper first in how we message and how we look for brand solutions and how we bring shopping solutions, right? So absolutely, that's critical.
And are you seeing sort of shopper marketing becoming significantly more important within the communication mix now?
Absolutely. I mean, I lead shopper marketing globally for Coke, and what we're finding is that it's becoming closer and closer to consumer marketing. That journey from consumer to shopper is much more integrated, and so how we think about our marketing messages, our media investment is very critical, and kind of finding kind of that shopper at the right inflection points, and being able to sometimes even enable consumer marketing with shopping and buying opportunities.
A lot of companies talk about shopper marketing, but actually find it quite difficult to work out where in the organisation shopper marketing sits. Mm-hmm. Having proponents of it for a number of years. What advice would you give? Where is the best place for shopper marketing to sit within the organisation?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it sits in the commercial organization. Interestingly, some parts of our company, it sits in the marketing organization, some of the business units. It's my perspective that as close to kind of the transaction execution side, commercial application of your business is where it most likely sits. However, you need to be closely wired into the marketing organization. And so I spend while I sit and report to our Chief Commercial and Customer Officer and sit in our commercial organization, I spend a lot of time with my marketing counterparts. And so it's, I think, critical that we're wired.
Now, marketing used to be relatively simple. We had a few sets of tools and a few levers to pull. Now, I think with digital becoming such an ingrained part of consumers' lives, it creates a whole series of complexity. How are you dealing with, I suppose, online, offline, digital communication, people going to stores, people doing things out of the stores, that whole path to purchase change?
I wish I had the magic answer, because I think that's an industry thing that's trying to be solved. Right now, is in fact, for us, I think it starts with kind of intimately and at a granular level understanding the shopper journey, and also I think not assigning shopper to be the same person. So oftentimes we've kind of labeled female mom as the shopper. Now realizing that the shoppers are different. They can be a male, they can be a young couple without children. I mean, there's lots of different definitions of shoppers, and so I think it's intimately understanding that shopper journey, which requires a lot of work and heavy lifting around kind of insights and data, tracking and mapping, some of the core disciplines that we haven't historically done in the world of shopper marketing. And so those are capabilities that we're having to build our muscle on, for sure.
Now, of course, the path to purchase used to be relatively linear.
Yeah,
Now
right.
it's anything but.
Yeah.
People are coming in at various different angles. How, from a sort of a mapping that sort of customer journey, what tools are you using in order to get the data to be able to work out exactly what that complex journey is and the relationships in it?
Frankly, it's very manual right now. I think though technology, there's lots of technology solutions. The trick is kind of wiring those together. And so while we track at different touch points of the consumer, for example, if it's a digital media ad, we can track that and tag that. If it's at our vending machine, we can track and tag that. But what we need to do is wire that together so that we understand kind of the journey. And that's frankly a kind of more of a manual process right now. Then I think over time it'll be more technology and automated.
Consumers are changing very fast, but also retailers around the world are also changing very fast. Are you also finding that a one strategy across all retailers needs to be now refined with whatever the objectives of individual retailer groups are around the world?
Absolutely, and I think even our channel segmentation, we've historically had kind of very traditional, retail industry segmentations, drug, large store, convenience, right? And that's getting redefined and splintering more and more, and formats are merging. So I think it's as important as a channel strategy as it is sometimes even just the people capability that are calling on those customers and are able to understand the environment, the different evolutions of their retail business, and being able to kind of adapt and kind of talk their lingo and talk the digital lingo and understand both sides of that business. And so that we're finding that's as critical.
Well, one last question. You've been at the World Retail Congress here in Dubai.
My first time, by the way.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah, very much.
What vibes do you get from here? Is retail in a good place? A nervous place? What vibes are you picking up?
I think nervous but encouraged. I mean, I think now more than ever there's a lot of conversation on the right topic areas, and I think a lot of recognition that the shopper and the consumer is forcing us all to change and better meet their needs. I think it's the how that's still what many of us are tackling, but encouraged for sure.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Lee, for joining us.
Pleasure. Yes. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed for watching. This is just one of the interviews that we conducted at the World Retail Congress 2017 in Dubai, where we broadcast every night with an hours-long program. In order to see any of those programs or to watch any of the other interviews, just go to this website here. My name's David Roth from WPP. Thank you very much indeed for watching.